Everyone, it's Joe, the 50-something Dasher, and believe it or not, unexpectedly, I tried to do gig work today. And this video is going to be going over my failed attempt at, I had three apps turned on today, so DoorDash, or I should say this morning, DoorDash, Uber, and DeliverThat, and we'll get to the failed attempt this morning where I went 0 for 13. Couple things first. Again, if there are sound issues, I want to apologize for that. I've talked about this before, but I always want to throw in that disclaimer. I am not putting more money into the channel at this time. So normally I would say if you don't like the sound, then you're more than welcome to buy me a microphone. But actually, I'm not going to say that because next on my wish list is a iMac, actually. Because this one right here I purchased way back in 2012. So an iMac is next on my wish list, then a new iPhone, and then somewhere years down the line, maybe I'll get a microphone for this channel again. um, and Another thing too I wanted to mention, I just recorded yesterday a 5-part series that I'm going to release all 5 videos on the same day. Look for that. I haven't decided which day exactly yet. It's probably, I'm leaning towards either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So everything for the most part is put together. I just need to hopefully today upload that to YouTube and get it scheduled. So look for that next week. It's a series on the drawbacks or downsides to running a YouTube channel. Okay, so as many of you that have been following the channel know, I haven't been doing gig work much at all the last couple months, overtime at the W2. This week, I only scheduled 2 days. So I had yesterday and today off. Yesterday was just a straight up rest day, because I lost track of how many days in a row I worked at the W2. It's just 11, 12 days, whatever it was. I don't even know. And so yesterday I chilled out, okay? And then today, woke up first thing this morning and was kind of in the mood to turn on the apps and just to see what I got. Maybe I got some kind of large order, a good shopping order, some good order, staying in zone here. Before we get to the orders, I wanted to mention also that I'm in a really good shape right now with this, with the gig work. I've talked about before on DoorDash. I'm a lifetime platinum driver by way of being on the DoorDash Community Council. So I can, like I said before, if I want to now, I can pick more cherries than George Washington ever did. For right now, I'm just gonna pick up stuff that's staying in my zone. I'm done for, at least for right now, the time being. I'm done with taking anything out of zone. Uber is, I can turn that on and decline as much as I want. From all that I've seen on YouTube, and everybody seems to say that there's really, acceptance rate really isn't a thing on Uber, so I can have that on as much as I want. And then DeliverThat, the catering app that I use, I'm in the bottom level, lowest tier, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to stay at the bottom. And so and there as well, I can decline, whatever I want to there, if I even get offers on that. That's the hardest thing about DeliverThat. The only way, as far as DoorDash, the only way I see things changing is if a lot has to happen. Number one, overtime has to go away at the W2, and I'm starting my new position on Saturday. The second thing would have to happen is that I go back to where I'm only working maybe like 25 to 30 hours a week at the W2, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. Then on top of that, I don't plan on scheduling any days off. So I'm earning like paid time off that I plan on using if I don't get my hours at the W-2. So I have to run low on that. That's the third thing. And so, like I said, a lot has to happen before I would feel the need that I have to take crappy orders on DoorDash. For now, for the next several months, it's looking like that I can become, you might as well. I could change the channel name to George the 50 something Dasher cherry picking Washington. I don't know. I'll come up with something. Anyway, I'm getting a little out of control here. I apologize. We've wasted enough time. Let's go ahead and get to the orders here. Start time 5:58 this morning. I don't know what time I logged in to deliver that, but I opened that about 15-20 minutes even before that. It was probably like 5:30 in the morning, whatever it was. And then DoorDash and Uber, I opened both of those at 5:58. So here's the first order right here, just 1 minute later. Decline number 1 out of 13. So 950, 9.3 mile McDonald's going. Guess where this is going? It's going out of zone. Guess what I'm doing? I'm declining. So there's decline number 1. And then, so I get this, and it was about half and half today, I think, on the Uber versus DoorDash. About, half of these declines are Uber, around roughly half are DoorDash. 1390 Starbucks going 9 miles. That's going south to Orient. No thanks, not bothering with that. Decline number 2. Obviously, no explanation needed here. I'm not gonna. It's 6:35 in the morning. I'm not gonna like, oh yeah, like grab all my stuff and rush out into my car for $3.61. So this was a decline, even though it was probably pretty easy. The customer's right near the Walmart, but and a couple things here, like maybe somebody can comment and kind of explain this. But I've seen this before. But on the Walmart orders, what's with the deal with the where it says package? Where is Uber coming up with that terminology for any kind of Walmart order? Well, why are you calling it package? I don't. That makes no sense to me. I don't know. And then the second thing to point out on this screenshot is at the bottom, must verify ID. Okay, and this is getting for me personally, this is becoming more and more of a frustrating thing with me and these gig apps. Okay, I've talked about it many times before. I've tried to contact DoorDash 20 to 50 times, whatever it is, to tell them to take me off of alcohol orders, and it's never been accomplished. And here we go with Uber. I'd have to assume some type of alcohol order. And I don't. That's just what I'm guessing. I don't know. Is on Walmart orders, maybe any kind of an order you have to verify customer IDs. Have they gone to something like that? I don't know. But I'm just assuming here that it has something to do with like alcohol. And it could be like cough medicine or something like that. Wouldn't necessarily have to be beer, wine, or any of that stuff. But I just I anymore especially at this stage in the game, I just want to pick up an order or shop an order, and I just want to drop it off. Okay, that's all I'm wanting to do here, folks, and like all this other stuff and verifying IDs, and I've said it before. I'm not a TSA agent. Okay, that's not. I'm a fast food. I want to be a when I do this. I want to be a fast food delivery driver. Okay, that's all I want to frickin' do. I don't. I have no interest whatsoever in being a TSA agent or working the front desk at a BMV or anything along those lines. I don't want to look at people's IDs here, people. Okay, so I ranted long enough about that. Okay, so next up was this 907 Chick-fil-A, 12 miles. Where is this even going? Where is that? This looks like West Side. It's pretty close. You see here, really close to West Broad Street. So no, I'm not going up there for $9. Okay, so we're still early. It's 6:36. A minute later, this 1406. This is for 2 pickups from Walmart, and again going to West Side, and you might as well say $14. So it's dollar for dollar, two different drop offs. So no, this is not a good order. So easy decline there. So 3 minutes later. Now this is the first of 2 offers that I got twice. So this was the offer that I got earlier at $3.61. Here it is again. They added, what is that? 89 cents to it, if my math is right. I'm not getting out of the house for $3, and I'm not getting out of the house for $4.50 either. So decline. And there's that verify ID again. 2 minutes later, got a DoorDash. Upside down on the miles, $6.75. Chick-fil-A. This is probably, it looks like all, this is all in zone. This is an all in zone order, but I'm in the middle of the zone, going out to one end and driving clear to the opposite end of the zone. So I'm kind of like circling the zone for this order for $6.75, not doing it. Next, now this was probably, it's 6:43. This was probably the best of any of these offers. If I, under my old criteria, before I, started picking cherries here, under the old criteria, I would have been all over this order. I would have taken this to get me, it's over $20 to get me out of the house. I would have taken it. The 14 miles isn't bad. And you figure, probably, I don't know, 5-6 miles from the second drop off to come back to zones. It's going to be more than $1 per mile. Even with the return mileage, this isn't bad. And 17 items doesn't really scare me. Probably could have been some multiples in there. But nonetheless, I mean, it's going out of zone. Wasn't interested and decline. If they would have resent it to me for, I don't know, $35-40, I probably would have broken my rules and taken it. But no, not $20, $21. No. Next was this 1509 13 miles again. And this one, okay, so this is the second order that I'll get again, next screenshot, but this first time I get it, 1509, you might as well say 14 miles, Walmart, 2 drop-offs, 2 packages, again, verify ID, no thanks. And then, so that was at 6:44, and I get it again 6 minutes later. So they added $2 to it. So I'm wondering if they probably passed it around to a few other drivers in that little amount of time, and I would think first added maybe $1 to it, and it didn't get picked up, and now $2 added, but still wasn't good enough for me. Decline. Got 3 more left here. This is one of the worst ones. This one, no explanation needed. $5. You might as well say 9 miles. Going down to it looks like Southern Point, I guess. It's might as well be going down to Louisiana, Baton Rouge here. That's how far south this is going. Decline. And then my last Uber offer, 6:05, 9 miles. Where is this going? This is okay. So this is going in zone. This is staying in zone. This is again another one where I'm picking up at one end and dropping off to the other end. But only making $6 for it, and they're anticipating it would take about a half hour, so not a good order. And then last order, this I guess, and I might have taken this one too under the old criteria, but 1847 going out to that east side, 12 miles, only 4 items. So for sure, if I was worried about acceptance rate, then I would have taken this. Speaking of acceptance rate, so I started the dash at 67%. Let's get an updated acceptance rate. It only dropped 2%, so down to 65% now. Deliveries in the last 30 days, 3. Lifetime deliveries, 3,385. And then, so I decided to end it. I was kind of tired playing around, and I figured I'd just end it. I turned off DoorDash and Uber at 7:27. So I was a little over an hour and a half. I was logged into them and went 0 for 13. Interesting thing here that DeliverThat, I could not take myself. I had it open on the iPad, and I could not toggle the switch to go offline on the iPad. I kept pressing, with my now if I went put my finger up on the map and try to move the map, I could do that. But I just could not toggle that switch. I don't know what the problem was. I tried tapping, I tried sliding the switch, kept fiddling around with it, and I couldn't get it. So what ended up happening was I got the craving for McDonald's breakfast, and I came this close to having it DoorDash. I had my 30% coupon for being a Platinum Dasher, and I came real close to having it delivered. And how crazy would that have been? I get on the apps to try to make money, but I don't. I go 0 for 13 and then turn around and spend money on the apps. So I was like, no, I can't do that. I got to get in the car and go get it myself. Here's my drink. But So I go to get McDonald's. I come back, and I'm setting my food out, like putting something on TV, getting ready. And then while I'm doing that and getting ready to eat, the deliver that alert goes off on my phone for like an offer coming in, and so I forgot to get on my phone and toggle myself offline. So I did that, but of course, uh, obviously, I didn't have the app open, so obviously, I wasn't going to be able to get on there quick enough to snatch that order. So I didn't even see what it was. But anyway, so that's it for today. Like I said, my failed attempt at doing gig work. It's not even 9 a.m. now. There's this slight possibility I may get online back again around lunchtime. We'll see if I'm kind of feeling bored or feel the itch to do that. I don't know. As of right now, if I had to give an answer and stick with it right now, I would say no, I'm not doing that. But we'll see what happens. But assuming I don't attempt to do gig work again today, um, tomorrow's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'm at the W2. Again, Tuesday, Wednesday range, look for that series to come out next week. It'll be all 5 videos, all scheduled to come out at the same time. That is it for this update. Thanks so much for watching. As always, be sure to drive safe out there, and we will see you next time. Thanks again.